أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين وصلى الله على سيدنا محمد وآله الطيبين الطاهرين اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد وعجل فرجهم. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. So we at the beginning of Quran Khani we are doing the reflections, and for that purpose we were till now doing from different sources, but then I thought maybe we can have a regular source for doing the reflections, which will also allow us whenever I'm not available, you can take lead, and based on this book you can have the reflections as well. This book is also available, it's in madrasa, and it might be there in masjid as well. So even we can have our own readings before coming to the Quran Khani. So if there is any question or any discussion, we can have that as well. So let us start from end towards up, because this is part 30, just 30 of Quran, and we are starting from end. So one by one we'll go with the surah by surah to have more understanding of the Quran. So today we are having Surah An-Nas, which is the last surah, surah number 114 of Quran. It says, أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل أعوذ برب الناس ملك الناس إله الناس من شر الوسواس الخناس الذي يوسوس في صدور الناس من الجنة والناس. So before we enter into the tafsir or reflection, let us merge the recitation and the reflection, because we don't have the ladies today, no? Let us merge the recitation with the understanding. First we can do the recitation one by one, maybe, or a collective recitation. Then we go to the tafsir and reflection of the surah. Can we have a group recitation first, and then I'll present some of the tajweedi rules, and then we can have one by one recitation. Let us recite together. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل أعوذ برب الناس ملك الناس إله الناس من شر الوسواس الخناس الذي يوسوس في صدور الناس من الجنة والناس. صدق الله العلي العظيم. اللهم صل على محمد وعلى محمد. So tajweedi rulings that we can focus in this surah, though the pronunciation of the letters are there, and many of the other rulings, but two or three rulings that are very common, I'm just focusing on them. Number one is the ghunna. Ghunna is something which is coming on noon mushaddad or noon sakin, when there is a ikhfa, for example, or there is a idgham, for example, or on the meme as well when it is mushaddad. So over here we are having the examples of nas, again in the second ayah nas, in the third ayah nas. Then we have khannas, then we have sudurin nas, then we have jinnah, and we have nas. All these ones are having the ghunna within. Only the one which is there, min sharril waswasil khannas, over there we have the ikhfa. Again, ikhfa has also that nasal sound. So ghunna is the nasal sound from our nose, and we have to stay on the ghunna for 2 beats. This is where we have to focus on. Do you have any other opinion about it? Like, is it 1 beat or is it 2 beats?
It's not about that. Say Ghunna is an essence. Then it's just a mushaddad, like so long without the essence.
So in min sharril wasail, there's no 2 noons.
That is ikhfa.
Okay, so ikhfa also has the ghunna.
But if it's like nas, nas, then there's no essence.
So nasal sound is there, the ghunna is there. So basically, whenever idgham is, for example, amma yatasaalun, so see, amma yatasaalun, it's not mim and mim, so it will be amma yatasaalun. No, amma yatasaalun. So nasal sound is there. Your point is accurate, but I think there is additional. Yeah, automatically is there. Maybe that is the consideration that they say it has to be there. It's not Rabbin Nas. Rabbin Nas also has two noons. But Rabbin Nas, see, it's more than 2 beats. So I think 2 beats are the rule, yeah. I did not refer.
3, can you mention 3, 4?
3, yeah, we can maintain, yes. You remember the?
It's because it's got shadda as well as the one.
Okay.
I think it's more than 2 beats.
2 beats, no? Okay.
More than.
No, more than 2 beats. 3. Okay. So I did not refer to the book. I would think maybe it's 2 to 3 beats, somewhere around that. But it has to be maintained with the same pace, like for. Yeah. Pace will define everything. But let's say even when we say beat, so beat is a measurement. Beat is not defined. The beat can be very quick. It can be long as well, depending on your pace, the way you are reciting. Point.
1.5.
No, beat is 1. Like beat has to be 2 to 3. Your beat can be smaller, can be. Yeah. So if I recite like this, قُلْ أَعُوذُ بِرَبِّ النَّاسِ. See, it's more than 3 now. If you say that beat is this much, for example, قُلْ أَعُوذُ بِرَبِّ النَّاسِ is tahdir. Gunna is there. قُلْ أَعُوذُ بِرَبِّ النَّاسِ. Yeah, or many other. Everybody has done tahdir. It's like many. So this is the rule number 1. Number 2, which I would like to emphasize, is the pronunciation of wow. So can you recite ayah number 5, Mohd was for me? Ayah number 5 of Surah An-Nas.
So Maulana, just one clarification. Noon shadda and mim shadda are special ones. So when it's noon shadda, the beats are more than 2. It's not always. For the normal shadda, the beats are.
So normal shadda has only the accentuation, like 2 letters are there.
But for noon shadda and mim shadda.
So no, but the difference of normal shadda, iyyaka, I'm not remaining on ya. Iyyaka, no. So iyyaka doesn't need to stay on the ya. So shadda doesn't have any stay. Shadda has only, you have to make sure that you are pronouncing 2 ya together. But noon shadda and mim shadda has a gunna. Gunna means you have to stay. And my point was, like in a normal basis, noon, 2 letters are having its own 1-1 beat. Yeah. So when you put a gunna, it will be like 2 to 3 beat, I think will be the correct understanding. Though it is more of practical one, the theoretical rulings have come from the practical one. So you have to see how Qur'an are reciting. If they're reciting it with 2 beats, then you'll make a ruling of 2 beats. Mohd Abbas, recite ayah number 5, please. Okay, Hasnan, can you please recite? Okay, can you please recite as well? Ayah number 5.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الذي يوسوس في صدور الناس.
Can you please recite ayah number 5?
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الذي يوسوس في صدور الناس.
Ayah number 5.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الذي يوسوس في صدور الناس.
Thank you. So why we have repeated this ayah? Yes, please. Oh, you please. Ayah number 5, please.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الذي يوسوس في صدور الناس.
Thank you. So, but the point was, the reason why we repeated this ayah was about wow. Basically, in Arabic and in other languages, when we have this sound of wow, it is different from Arabic. I'm not sure whether we have covered this before or not, but in English we have a V, we have a W. So Arabic wow is only W, it's not V. So you was wiso will be wrong. You was wiso wa you was wiso wa minal jinnati wa one nas. One nas will be wrong. You was viso will be wrong. So for example, qul a'udhu bi rabbin nas malikin nas ilahin nas min sharril waswasil. Vasil will be, so if you are opening your mouth like this manner, it will be va will be wrong. If you're opening like a O shape, was. Any question? Okay, so that will be the correct aspect of pronunciation. So from Tajweedi perspective, that were the two rulings that I wanted to cover, and for sure we can improve our recitations by those rulings. Let us now go towards the introduction of the surah and the tafsir of the surah. So we all know, yes please.
I always wondered, there are some symbols
Mm-hmm.
in Surah that seem to be like purpose.
Let me open Uthman Taha. Yeah, you are referring to Uthman Taha, yeah?
No, this is
Indo-Pak. Okay, go on, ask, because I'm not very much familiar with Indo-Pak.
like there was just recited in was
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
there is a stop sign, the love of the inverted heart. The lam alif of the you can't stop anywhere.
Let me check.
The inverted heart, the lam alif of the
Yeah, this is
it's pointless for it to be there. If it was not there, you will still recite what's possible.
no. So basically, this is inverted heart is the sign for stopping.
The
Let me
lam
check.
alif
Lam means do
will
not
not
stop.
continue.
Yeah, do not stop over here.
So this gives you an option.
So basically, maybe some of the people might be thinking we should stop over here, or we can stop over here. This sign is giving you the direction that it's better not to stop over here. Even if your breath is short, you complete it to this point. Even see, based on these signs that are there, it's better to connect all together, all ayat together. See, let me check the Usman Taha. Do you have any? Even my software doesn't have any sign.
There are no signs.
No signs, no. So in Usman Taha there is no sign, but over there maybe the translator or the person who has created the signs, they were willing to make the whole surah as one concept. So why? Because min sharril waswas. This ayah number 4, alladhi is the description of that khannas. So khannasil ladhi yuwaswisu fi sudurin nasi, and then minal jinnati wan nas is basically related to a'udh. I am seeking refuge to you, Allah, from whom? From jinnah and from nas, or it can also be that khannas who are from amongst the jinnat and from amongst the human being. Both can be there. So basically the meanings are very much near to each other, related to each other. That is why maybe those lams are there.
In Usman Taha, at the end of the ayah, there will not be a sign.
There is no sign.
There's on all.
Yeah, there is no sign in any, but there is, yeah. In Indo-Pak there are signs. So basically, in Indo-Pak the signs are saying, yeah, even if you are stopping at the end of an ayah, whether the meaning afterwards is connected to the meaning before or not. Because in many of the ayat in Quran, the meaning is incomplete unless you recite the next ayah. So it's not very much clear for us why where the one sentence is there, the meaning is not clear, why the ayah has a break in between.
General rule for ayah is that
You stop. But in some cases, the meaning is not complete. For example, Ya ayyuhal muzammil. So Ya ayyuhal muzammil means O Muzammil. Ya ayyuhal muddassir, O Muddassir. But the ayah finishes, yeah? Ya ayyuhal Muzammil is one ayah. Let me just check and make sure. But there are quite a few. I don't remember the examples more. But I think in Muzammil we have, Ya ayyuhal Muzammil is one ayah. We can have explanations for that as well. Why it should be one ayah, why should we be stopping? Maybe the wisdom behind it can be that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants to call Rasulullah even if there is no reason. Ya ayyuhal Muzammil. So you will go, for example, if I ask you, O Muhammad Abbas, O Muhammad Ali. So you say, what more? Tell me. No, I don't have any work. So you say, no, it's not possible. But it is possible. In some of the times, you would see when let's say the parents, some of the times they will just call you. When you are too young, for example, a child or kid, parents will only call you. So you can just turn back and look at them and, they like your attention. That's it. So, Ya ayyuhal Muzammil, stopping over here can also be in this meaning. But lexically, meaning is not complete. Ya ayyuhal Muzammil, qumil layla illa qalila. O Muzammil, wake up in the night illa qalila, except few. In any case, so we are coming back to the Surah Al-Nas. Surah Al-Nas and Surah Al-Falaq are very near to each other. Many times we are feared of many of the things. We are scared of many of the things. Surah Al-Nas and Surah Al-Falaq are responsible to remove our fear and make us not to get scared of anything else in this dunya except Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That is why we see there are merits in the riwayat about these two surahs, more specifically about this thing of having fear of the things which can harm you in this dunya. That is why we have a riwayah from Imam al-Sadiq alayhi salatu wasalam, اللهم صل على محمد وعلى محمد, that he says, whoever recites the surah in his home every night will be secure from the jinn and from the satanic whisperings. So that is why if anybody, for example, many times it happens for you, you are sleeping in your room and you are afraid, you are scared. You are sleeping alone and you're saying, I'm afraid, I'm scared of this room, etc. So the best solution is that you recite Surah Al-Falaq, you recite Surah Al-Nas, and then rest assured that nothing can harm you because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has promised you. So, yes. Which one? A'udhu. Okay. Hizb. So basically, that's a divide of the chapter, the juz of the or the surahs of the Quran. I will reach to that. I'll explain to you. Now focus on this. When we say "Qul a'udhu bi rabbin nas," we are taking refuge to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and we are asking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to help us and assist us in terms of not getting afraid of anything else except Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala himself. So we say "Qul a'udhu bi rabbin nas." Now question, what is the difference between Surah Al-Falaq and Surah Al-Nas? Any idea? Yes.
So Nas talks about him.
Okay.
And then Surah Falaq talks about man.
Philosophical. Both are the same thing. Mankind and human beings are the same thing.
So there's no
You mean there's no difference? Okay.
So the Nas asking for protection from your flaws. The Falaq asking for protection from evil eye and death.
Okay. So any difference that you can find?
So first in terms of vision,
No, in the same area that you're explaining. Try.
the Surah name and Surah number.
How about you?
The verses are different.
Verses are different. Okay.
One is Qul a'udhu bi rabbil falaq. The other one is bi rabbil nas.
Okay.
Falaq is like the morning.
Okay.
Nas is by
People.
mankind.
Okay. So you're saying it's like
Allah
creation
subhanahu wa
versus mankind. Okay. So the way I would suggest next week we can continue with the collective reading as well. So the way the book presents, it says if you focus. What about your opinion? No opinions? Guess anything.
doing the person.
Okay, the answer is lying in the discussion that Hasnan presented. So basically, when you go back to the content of the surah, you see that there are things which are harmful to you from outside of yourself, and there are things physical or even non-physical but outside of you, and there are things which are harmful to you which are within you. Okay, so in Surah Al-Falaq, you are asking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for protection from things which are outside of you. Min sharri ma khalaq wa min sharri hasidin iza hasad, for example. So hasid is outside. Hasid is another person who's harming you by hasad. So you are seeking protection from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala from that person who's outside of you. But in Surah Al-Nas, the protection is from the thing which is within you, which is inside you. So as you can see, waswas. Waswas is something that whispering, that sort of hallucinations, assumptions, wrong thinkings and all, which are there inside you. And basically we are asking protection from shaitan. But what shaitan does over here? Shaitan does that whispering within you. So shaitan doesn't come to bring someone else to harm you. He will make you to harm yourself. By what? By that stress, that sort of waswas that is there inside you, doubt, too much thinking, too much assumptions, too much making yourself busy in these things. It will harm you. So this can be the collective difference between the two surahs. Then we have a big question over here, that is that why in these surahs, let me quote one more riwayah for you and then we can go for the recitation. There is a riwayah that Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam used to recite Surah Al-Falaq and Surah Al-Nas, which are two surahs. Both are having the term of A'udhu. That is why these are called Ma'uzatain or Mu'awwadatain. He used to recite both surahs on Imam Hassan and Imam Hussain. Why? For the protection of Imam Hassan and Imam Hussain from the evil eye, from the hasad eye, the jealousies and all those things. So it is wonderful for us if on a daily basis, either night before sleeping or after waking up in the morning, if we can recite these two surahs together on us, or we can recite it for our own family members altogether, it will protect you from many of the things which are coming from inside your nafs and things which are coming outside. And by the way, these things are not only like unreal things and myths and all. No, superstitious things are not. These are not superstitious things. So basically, they are things which people create with their minds. They say, okay, I've seen you guys, you kids are coming over here and saying, you see, I've seen someone over here in the darkness behind the trees and all. You guys are making such things. Yeah? Those are superstitious things. Yeah. So, but there's nothing basically. The moment you turn on the light, there is nothing. So basically, there are things which are not real, but there are things which are real. Evil eye is a real thing, and that is why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is teaching us how to protect ourselves from evil eye. And the way that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is teaching to us is to seek refuge from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So you say, I seek refuge in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You'll ask, oh Allah, can't I seek refuge in something else? Like maybe I can protect myself by alarming system, maybe a light system, or maybe I can lock my door. Yeah, listen, can you just go and lock your door so you are protected from evil eye? No. So let's say you are sitting inside a room, so evil eye can reach over there to you or not? How? Door is closed.
Going
Through the door.
Instagram.
Social media will bring the evil eye to you. When you are making the YouTube channel, that channel will bring the evil eye because you are showing yourself over there, so it will be harmful. So how do you protect yourself? You are seeking refuge to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You are seeking. Two aspects are there. Some of the people are deliberately doing so. Means they are having a grudge, they are having a problem, they are deliberately doing and repeating and asking Allah to remove that rahmah, that blessing from him, yeah, that is a zulm, for sure. That is something which is evil. But some of the people are not intentionally, but unintentionally they are doing so. The moment they see, they say, oh, how much money you have. So they don't say, mashallah, how much money you have. Yeah, how healthy you are. Mashallah, how healthy you are. Alhamdulillah, how healthy you are. So see, sometimes this happens, like when the people are praising you and praising without any reference to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, it can bring that evil eye to you. Question which the author of the book has already presented over here is why we are seeking refuge in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The answer lies in the first 3 ayat of this surah. We have approximately, we have good time, yeah. If you see, ayah number 1 talks about Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and presents one attribute of Allah. Ayah number 2 also presents the other attribute, and third also presents the third attribute. The first one is rububiyat, Rabbin Nas. The second is Malikin Nas, the Malikiyat. Rububiyat means to take care of something. Basically, the term that they have given is the lordship of something. Then number 2 is Malikin Nas, which is Malikiyat, which is the ownership of something. Over here they have given the title of sovereignty. And number 3 is the Ilahin Nas. What is the meaning of Ilah? Ilah? What does it mean? What does God mean? Yeah, but what is the meaning, literal meaning of Ilah? 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 Ilah, Allah, Ilah.
There is nobody like him.
No, La ilaha illallah, like Laysa kamithlihi shay. These are the explanations. What is the meaning of Ilah? What is the meaning of God? Owner means Malik. Ilah. Lord is Rabb. Ilahi Nas is what is Ilah? This is the most important word to us, Allah.
Because I thought translation for God.
No, they can say there is no translation for Allah. We know Allah by the word, by the name. No. Ilah literally means ma'bud, means someone who's being worshipped. The term Ilah is related to worship. So if you see the ascending order of these 3 ayat, you will understand that why you are seeking refuge to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, refuge in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Because number 1, you are saying you are my Rabb. Rabb means you are taking care of me. But you can say taking care of me can also be done by my mother. She is also taking care of me. But oh Allah, you are so much careful about me. So you will say there might be 100 people taking care of me, but you are the best one. Still not convinced, because I can take refuge in many of the other people. So go one step further. You will say amongst all people who are taking care of me, even with your permission, I would say you are the best one. That is why you are reaching to a point where you say you are not taking care of me as an unknown person, rather you are taking care of me as if I'm your property. The way you take care of your, let's say, clothes, you take care of your shoes of football, let's say you take caring of your mobile, for example, you take care of your, let's say, I don't know what, mobile again, huh? Money, for example. So how do you take care of this thing? Because you think this is mine, the property is yours. So if let's say you are, having someone who's under you, that money, that mobile, that I don't know, something else. We don't have pets in our houses, but people who are having pet, for example, if that pet, if that animal who's being taken care by you is supposed to go to someone to ask for help or something, that pet will go towards you. Why? Because you're the owner. So refuge in people who are taking care of me, still not convinced. No. One step further. Rather, someone who's my Malik, my property is there. But property, the owner some of the times can be harsh. Some other times can be the lenient ones. You are not the owner who is harsh to us. Rather, there is an element of affection and love as well. You are very kind. You are very affectionate to us. So that is why we are reaching to a level amongst all owners that we possibly can have. You are the only owner who is having the real meaning of ownership within. That means you are reaching to another level when I'm so much impressed by your ownership, then I'm bowing down, then I'm submitting myself to that. No, you have reached to a point where I have to do my humbleness to you. The worship in reality is that humbleness of yours. Now I have to get humbled in front of you, submit in front of you, do worship to you, because you are at the top of that ownership. So first of all, taking care, Rabb, then ownership, Malik, and then highest is Ilah, which is that I'm doing worship of yours. When I'm doing worship of you, you are my owner, you are the caretaker of mine, then who else do I go to? You are the only one that I can go to. Everything is in your hand. So that is why you say, قُلْ أَعُوذُ بِرَبِّ النَّاسِ مَلِكِ النَّاسِ إِلَهِ النَّاسِ مِنْ شَرِّ الْوَسْوَاسِ. This is the reason why we are taking refuge in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and He is the best refuge for us. I would say we can keep it to this point. I have covered 1, 2, 3, 4 pages today, and from page number 114, sorry, page number 739, the summary of the verses, etc., we can continue. I would recommend if you can cover in your own reading from that till end of the book. Yeah, it's kind of dua. So basically, you are. It's kind of public statement. When you say from today we are, let's say, submitting to that law or that regulation, you are not seeking or doing dua, rather you are calling and submitting yourself in public manner that from today we are going to adhere to this and that rule. It is in the same meaning that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, from today or right now I'm seeking refuge in you. That's it. So now we'll go back to our
This Surah Al-Nas, it's only pointing to one shar, whereas Falaq is pointing towards 4 shars, 4 different
categories.
4 different shars.
So let me.
Sharril waswasil khannas, and then it's a description.
Yeah.
Alladhi yuwaswisu fi suduri nas min al-jinn. Whereas Falaq is only taking refuge from the Lord of Falaq, and then it's talking about 4 different.
Yeah. So it's basically 3 groups. Or if you make it general, then Sharri ma khalaq will be considered as a general one. Yeah, but 3 groups are there. Okay, perfectly fine. Yeah, it's a nice consideration, I think. Yeah, there are more groups. So collectively, 3 groups over there and 4th group in Surah Al-Nas. If we recite both together, Surah Al-Nas and Surah Al-Falaq, we are seeking refuge in Allah from 4 groups which possibly can be harmful to us. It's wonderful. So we are done with the reflection, we are done with the ruling of Tajweed as well. Let us go to recitation of our normal recitation for maybe somewhere around 10 minutes. Normal recitation was
105. 105, we finished that.
105 of Baqarah. Okay, okay, so we have 106 today. Page 17. Man ansakh. So who's starting? Salam.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ما ننسخ من آية أو ننسها نأتي بخير منها أو مثلها.
Can you repeat once again, please?
ما ننسخ من آية أو ننسها نأتي بخير.
Okay, over here I think there is a you have to prolong the alif a bit more. So alif should be at least 2 beats, yeah? Nunsiha.
أو ننسها نأت بخير منها أو مثلها ألم تعلم أن الله على كل شيء قدير ألم تعلم أن الله له ملك السماوات والأرض وما لكم من دون الله من ولي ولا نصير.
Okay, just from the perspective of recitation, mashallah, your tajweedi rulings and all those things are wonderful. That's why the thing that you need to work more on is the tone of your recitation. You need to somehow, some of the times, uh, fluctuate the tone in a manner which gives. So, first of all, the prolonging, the mud of your recitation should be more. What you call? It has to be more feelings. So that fluctuation should be there. Normally in Arabic we call it tahrir in Farsi in Arabic. So, for example, in the same manner. أن الله على كل شيء قدير 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 قدير. So many ways can be there. Instead of having one rhythm, try to some of the times, fluctuate the voice up and down, so it gives more, euphonious recitation to your tartil, inshallah. Yeah, go on. One more ayah.
أم تريدون أن تسألوا رسولكم كما سئل موسى من قبل ومن يتبدل الكفر بالإيمان ومن يتبدل الكفر بالإيمان فقد ضل سواء السبيل.
Thank you. So let us focus on what I said once again, especially for you three. So Mohammed was Muhammad Ali and Ali Hussain. Ali Hazar. So see, when we are reciting, it can be rhythmic in a manner where you are having no up and downs. I'm still not getting what I requested, but inshallah you'll practice more. See, look at my recitation, two different recitations. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم أم تريدون أن تسألوا رسولكم كما سئل موسى من قبل ومن يتبدل الكفر بالإيمان فقد ضل سواء السبيل. See, there was no up and downs. I was having one pace, one tone, nothing. Yeah, but I was not making any mistakes. The tajweed was okay, etc. But now I want to fluctuate the voice a bit up and down. أم تريدون أن تسألوا رسولكم كما سئل موسى من قبل ومن يتبدل الكفر بالإيمان فقد ضل سواء السبيل. See, I need this one. Right? There is no specific ruling for that. Every person can have his own way of doing these notes, but better to utilize it. Bismillah. Ghulam Ali Bhai does this when he gives azan. Over there, he goes into higher note. Allahu Akbar.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ود كثير من أهل الكتاب لو يردونكم من بعد إيمانكم كفارا حسدا من عند أنفسهم من بعد ما تبين لهم الحق فاعفوا واصفحوا حتى يأتي الله بأمره إن الله على كل شيء قدير وأقيموا الصلاة وآتوا الزكاة وما تقدموا لأنفسكم من خير تجدوه عند الله إن الله بما تعملون بصير.
أحسن. Try to go to a higher note.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وقالوا لن يدخل الجنة إلا من كان هودا أو نصارى تلك أمانيهم قل هاتوا برهانكم
Okay, once again from قل هاتوا.
قل هاتوا برهانكم إن كنتم صادقين. بلى من أسلم وجهه لله وهو محسن فله أجره عند ربه ولا خوف عليهم ولا هم يحزنون.
أحسن.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وقالت اليهود ليست النصارى على شيء وقالت النصارى ليست اليهود على شيء وهم يتلون الكتاب كذلك قال الذين لا يعلمون مثل قولهم فالله يحكم بينهم يوم القيامة فيما كانوا فيه يختلفون ومن أظلم ممن منع مساجد الله أن يذكر فيها اسمه وسعى في خرابها أولئك ما كان لهم أن يدخلوها إلا خائفين لهم في الدنيا خزي ولهم في الآخرة عذاب عظيم.
أحسن. 115.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ولله المشرق والمغرب فأينما تولوا فتم وجه الله إن الله واسع عليم وقالوا اتخذ الله ولدا سبحانه بل له ما في السماوات والأرض كل له قانتون بديع السماوات والأرض وإذا قضى أمرا فإنما يقول له كن فيكون.
أحسنت. بس.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وقال الذين لا يعلمون لولا يكلمنا الله
لولا يكلمنا الله
أو تأتينا آية كذلك قال الذين من قبلهم مثل قولهم
Okay, over there, مثل قولهم, you can see one small meme is there.
Yeah.
That means waqf lazim. You remember in the initial days we have explained over there it is necessary for us to stop.
Yeah.
So مثل قولهم
تشابهت قلوبهم قد بينا الآيات لقوم
يوقنون. أحسنت. بسم الله.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم إنا أرسلناك بالحق بشيرا ونذيرا ولا تسأل عن أصحاب الجحيم ولن ترضى عنك اليهود ولا النصارى حتى تتبع ملتهم قل إن هدى الله هو الهدى ولئن اتبعت أهواءهم بعد الذي جاءك من العلم ما لك من الله من ولي ولا نصير.
Once again, من ولي ولا نصير. أحسنتم. جزاكم الله خيرا.
الذين آتيناهم الكتاب يتلونه حق تلاوته أولئك يؤمنون به ومن يكفر به فأولئك هم الخاسرون.
أحسنتم. جزاكم الله خيرا. That will be enough for today. Inshallah, we will continue next week. May Allah give us tawfiq to understand Quran, to recite Quran in the best manner possible, inshallah, and be with Quran in this dunya and akhirah. Let us dedicate our thawab of today's recitation to all Marhoomeen of ours with the one recitation of Surah Al-Fatihah مع الصلوات على محمد وآل محمد.
اللهم صل على محمد
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. أحسنتم. جزاكم الله خيرا. So from next week we will continue with the same manner. We'll go from